Hey y'all, it's Alchemy of Life back with another video, and one of my subscribers, and I also subscribed to her channel. I actually subbed to her channel first. Bonafide Bloom inspired this video because we were talking earlier, and I've always wanted to make a video like this, so I'll make more videos like this. But yes, this is going to be a bay leaf burning video, bay leaf burning ritual, but this one is about the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and basically overall the relationship between men and women. Because definitely social media and just like Hollywood and politics makes it seem one-sided. That women are just straight the victims, and men aren't being victim to anything. But we don't want to be in victim mentality. But you get what I'm saying here. And it's just like basically the relationship between both men and women, the divine masculine and feminine, even within ourselves, is strained. We treat each other like shit. But as polarity goes, we have to find somewhere, as an example, where we're not treating each other like shit. And there is that out there. I want to remind you that there's somewhere in this world where men and women get along completely. And we're just not looking for it because we're only looking at the bad. you know. So before I burn these 3 leaves here, and this one right here, I wanted to get into a short talk. And that short talk is this. A lot of us buy into Hollywood and politics and that fucking Me Too movement. That movement, all you gotta do with all these movements is get to the very top of it. At the very top of it, there are men and women who don't have the intentions that everybody else at the bottom thinks that, that they have, that the whole movement has. Like, the people at the bottom don't even think there's a top. You see what I'm saying? They see representations like Alyssa Milano, but if you heard about her, she a fucking hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Like, even lots of women and men in Hollywood were talking about Oprah feeding women to Harvey Weinstein. Because Harvey Weinstein is Oprah's fucking best friend. You see what I'm saying? Some of these women were being fed to him through his friends because they want to make it in the industry. And they got to meet Oprah, so, and they're like, damn, they gonna make it because they met Oprah. And Oprah then just took advantage of these women right here. Way more complacent in the situation because she's feeding them to him at the, straight up. So they say, allegedly. Allegedly. I don't want to get the video taken down, but these are things that I didn't hear, like, recently. I heard this shit, like, right when Harvey Weinstein shit came out and people were coming out with the receipts, the facts. But, that is the way it is. I can't do anything about it right now, but what I can do and what you can do is the work. You can do a harmony spell for the world, a love spell for the world. So many different things you could do with good intentions for the world. People who walk our path, even people who don't, we can play our part, play our role. We can complain about this shit all day, but what are we gonna do about it? So it's about what we can do about it, and then just doing it. So I wanted to talk about also within this realm how, like, men, the reason why you don't hear these days about, like, the same things that you hear in the news and things like that, and with this Me Too movement going on, you don't hear about men sharing the same type of stories. Oh, because trust me, there are the same type of stories for men out there. For us, there are the same type of stories, but, we're the ones who really can't say anything. really. Women can speak up, even though they will be, as lots of them will be silenced, but they're allowed to speak up. Men aren't allowed to speak up because of how other men will treat them. They'll laugh at them, make jokes, treat them a certain type of way. You know, the average straight male isn't gonna speak up about things happening, sexually to him, because straight up, men gonna call him gay. Straight up like that. And it's kind of weird that, they don't want to be seen like that. And I'm not weird. It's totally, I see what they're saying, but it's like, that's why you don't want to speak up, because people are going to call you gay because a woman put her sexually molested you or a man did. So it's kind of like our logic, when we're supposed to be more logical, is kind of off. That's one thing. And on the other hand, women tend to treat that type of man who comes out and speaks up, like low key, like be real. Y'all will treat him like less than a man, less than who he is. And I've seen it so many times happen to so many of my friends. Once they opened up to their girl, or told her about how they were abused in some sort of way, she stopped seeing him as the man he once was. She stopped seeing him as a man and started seeing him as damaged goods. To wrap it in a nutshell, to say the least. So that's two of the main reasons why, female predators will always get away with it. Because those two big things, they may seem small, but to a man in that situation, trust me, for some reason it's just a big thing of how society will treat you. It's like something like that happens to you, and other men and women in society emasculate you fully. So it's up to you to just say fuck that and speak up. Because I know so many different family members and friends who've been through this, male or female. And it's generally the male species who will not ever speak up. Women, they will speak up after a certain period of time, but men, it's almost like that's a no-no. That's a fucking no-no. You never supposed to do that. You never supposed to speak up. You just supposed to toughen up and go about your day. It never happened. That's how society treats us. And that's completely torrid. I don't know if these women in the Me Too movement give a shit, but they're acting like all men are the problem. I think it's an individual thing. It's an individual thing. Individual woman, individual man, it, he, she, whatever. It's an individual person making choices. That's all. That's it. So stop all that toxic shit saying all women or all men are like this, whether it be good or bad. Because you can't loop, 3.5 billion people, 3.5 billion men into one category. And you can't put 3.5 billion women into one fucking category. You just can't. Well, you can, but it's not going to work out like that. Like, you get y'all get what I'm saying? And that's the toxic build of life we're working with right now. We're building toxic connections with each other on social media, men and women these days, because we feel like we have to fight against each other because of what we are told we do to each other. Now with the Me Too movement and social media, if I'm on Twitter, I always see so much of this shit. So much. Twitter's a dark, black asshole. And I always see people trying to loop all men into one category that were so fucking terrible. But then I'd be like, well, bitch. So you saying the man that you with right now is like this? Well, she's like, well, no. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Let's be real. That right there should tell you can't put them all in the same category if your man ain't like that. And same for men. If your woman ain't like that, can't put all women in the same category. And they people do that because they get hurt. or it's generally the people who weren't hurt. It's the people who hear about someone of their same sex who was raped or hurt in some sort of way, and the media focused on it and blew it up. You know, it's all a game to these corporate fucks. But to us, it's real fucking life. So without further ado, I'm gonna burn these bay leaves. I want to say this as well. Find out how you can help, and help. May not come overnight, but it will well be worth it. So I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, kind of saying the same thing until people fucking get it, until the YouTube algorithm puts it in and people find my videos. You know, especially these type of videos, they have great intention in them. Because I want harmony between, you know, the two energies, between the two physical species, spiritual species, and mental species of what it is to be divine masculine and feminine. I don't know about you, but I want harmony between us. And there has to be harmony, because right now and for a long time there hasn't been. Cause and effect, polarity says what? Law of above and below. I mean, if you study universal law, as Cher would say, then you know what's going to happen. So that's why I'm definitely doing the work now, because I'm helping usher that in, as in lots of other people. Instead of complaining about women, I'm trying to understand them more, their position, and understand us men more, and see how I can, you know, help those energies meet in the middle and combine to create something different. So without further ado, we're gonna burn these bay leaves. So this first bay leaf right here, went and got some more today, is harmony between a divine masculine and feminine. Oh, I also harvested some of that rosemary. Still drying out. I tried to burn some last night, but it really didn't work out that well. But yeah, cut some down. It smells fucking fantastic. Anybody else here watch Stranger Things? That's my show on Netflix. One of my favorites. Cause this season 3 is getting fucking good. I'm on like episode 8 or 9. This one right here is for prosperity. It says, I am prosperity. I am success. Shout out to Christina Evolved. She got me burning bay leaves in this motherfucker. One of my favorite rituals to do these days. And this one is for the vibration of $500. Because I know what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, definitely people, to all my spiritual people out there who do that work. I mean that work, whatever work you do. Please keep that in mind when you're working with your altar and your deities and different things like that. Because I know deep down we all want that. Deep down, these ratchet ass, torrid ass, angry ass, feminists. They want harmony between the masculine and the feminine because it's not about us. It's about the youth and the world they're going to inherit. So if you have children, a younger cousin, a younger sister or brother, think about them and think about the world that you want them to inherit. Is this the world you want them to inherit? The world we are in right now? Or do you want them to inherit a harmonious world? Because I do. I do. Yes, it will be fucked up at some point in life and go back to disharmony. And then we will be searching for harmony again. That's the cycle of life. While we're in the cycles of life, we got to know how we're going. Things aren't very harmonious right now, especially in these days, these times. You know what I'm saying? So stay safe in these streets. Love yourself first, and let's take care of Mother Earth so we can do better in the cosmos and everywhere in between. Love y'all.